Hello everyone, Dominic from the Primetime Treasure eBay store. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Going to do a video with you tonight about a topic that's near and dear to my heart, and that has to do with comic books. Comic books is the #1 item that we sell at the Primetime Treasure eBay store, which you could see at the link below in the description section, along with all the other sorts of collectibles that we sell. The topic I'm going to talk to you about tonight with comic books is how to pack them and ship them securely in an envelope as opposed to using a box. And this is going to work well for you if you have 16 comic books or less, is what I found. If once you go over that, putting them in an envelope could cause them to rip, and you don't want that to happen during transport, or you're going to have an angry customer or a package that doesn't get to its destination. But if you're 16 or less, the method that I'm going to show you tonight, in my experience, has worked very, very well. Don't get me wrong, I do use boxes to ship out comic books. In fact, I have a package upstairs right now that is already prepared in a box to ship out, but again, that's for larger items. For smaller orders like this one, this is a pack of 8, I would use the envelope method. And some people who deal with comic books, they never ship it in an envelope because it's going to get damaged. But it's not true if you do it the way that I'm going to show you in this video. And I'm telling you this not only as a seller, but I'm also telling you this as a collector of comic books who knows how I want my comic books shipped and how I want them prepared. So the method I'm coming up with, that I've come up with and I'm going to show you, is something that I've learned over time. And if you look at the feedback on the Primetime Treasure eBay store, and again, our #1 thing that we sell is comic books, you will see 100% positive feedback, particularly from people who receive comic books from us and how they marvel and talk about how great the packing is for these items. So let me show you what we do. It's very, very simple. And before I actually show you the method, let me just show you why for this, I really wouldn't want to use the box method. Now, you could use the box method, you could put them in a box, but finding a box for 8 items is going to be tricky to get a box that's small. They do sell comic book mailer boxes, but those do get expensive. So this is also a method that I'm going to tell you about that helps cut down costs while still getting the item to the customer safely. And you know, if you don't have a bunch of comic book shipping boxes around your house, you're probably going to go and try to grab, you know, whatever you could find, which might be like an Amazon box or something like this. Well, the problem with that, obviously, is that, you know, if you see, you know, this is a standard Amazon box that you might have in your house. If you put these in here, even once you put the, you know, the packing material around it, you're still going to have a lot of space in this box. And the size of this box and the bulk of it, once you put all the padding in it, because you don't want the comics moving all around the box, it's going to add a lot of weight to it, and that's going to increase the cost of your shipping. So we don't want that. We don't want to have big packages, bulky packages, if we don't need to. So the box is not something we're going to use here. Let's look at what we're going to do. So what I would tell you to do is you're going to cut out 2 pieces of cardboard. Now, they have to be strong cardboard, not flimsy cardboard, and they have to be a little bit bigger than the actual comic book. So if you could see here, when and I'll just take one comic book out for a second, but when I lay this one comic book out on it, you could see I've left enough room for there to be a border on the bottom, a border on the sides, and a border on the top. And that's because once we pack it up, we don't want the book sticking out at all so that it gets damaged. So providing that little border there gives it a little bit of room to, you know, if it did move around a little bit, that it's not going to get damaged during shipment. In terms of the cardboard, again, I want to emphasize it has to be strong cardboard. It can't be flimsy cardboard that's going to bend easy, because if that happens, that's how packages get damaged. Someone uses flimsy piece of cardboard, it's not strong. You can see here, this is nice and thick. It's not going to bend easily. That's what you want to use. If you use flimsy cardboard, then the package is going to bend and the customer is going to get upset. Where can you get strong cardboard? Well, you can get it all over the place. Where I really like to get it, I'm going to let you in on a little secret now. Now, don't tell anyone about this. This is just between us, okay? But what I like to do is I go to the grocery store and I go right by the bread section, and these are usually stacked up every single day, and they're the bread and roll boxes. And They come in these really, really strong cardboard boxes. You can see how solid it is right there. This is what you want, something like this. It doesn't have to be this, obviously, but something like it, and this will suit your needs. So, you know, you just basically cut it out to size. So, you know, this piece of cardboard, you could see here, this is taken from a Wegmans box, and you just cut it out. Real easy to do, doesn't take long, and if you have time in advance, you could cut out a bunch of templates so you have them ready, if that's something that you know that you're going to do, is sell a lot of comic books. So, what I'll also tell you about, and again, this is a little secret, don't tell anyone else about this, just keep it between us, but what you want to do, if you have a larger amount of comic books, is you want to take the first few, you put them aside, and you take these and you flip them over, okay, like that, and then you put these back up top. That'll help make the weight distribution even, because what happens if you have larger amounts of comic books, they tend to tilt to one side, so that little trick that I just showed you prevents them from tilting to one side, and they stay evenly distributed. Well, the other thing I would tell you, and a little insider tip here, is make sure that none of the comics that are facing the outside have the cover showing, because if any kind of pressure was exerted from the outside, you don't want that pressure going on the front cover, because that's going to cause damage to it. So what you do simply is you just flip it over. So the front side should be blank, the back side should be blank, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of tape, just like this, and I'm just going to secure it. So just like that, right in the middle, wrap it nice and tight. Everything's nice and even. We're just going to flip it over to the other side, take the tape, flip it over, put it right on there. There you go. So now my comic books are nice and secure. They're not going to move around once I put them on the cardboard. So I'm just going to lay it right on the middle of the cardboard like that, and I'm going to put the other one right on top of it. And so I like to call this a comic book sandwich. Okay, so we have our comic book sandwich. Turn it around. It's nice and secure in there. Take your tape roll. This is my Uline tape dispenser, and I actually have a product review on this tape dispenser and the packing tape. If you want to see that, just click down below. You'll see some of the videos that I have on that. These are great tape and great tape dispenser. Go right in the middle of the cardboard. Bring it right down, loop it over, tie it tight. Bring it the other way, get the other side, put your tape on it, bring it down, cut it off, put it in. Okay, so what this is doing is this is preventing the sides from getting damaged. And we're going to do that here and here as well. So you're going to put one in the middle and one on each side. So I'll just do this a little bit quicker now. Go like that, boom, put it like that. Now we'll go here, like this, down. Don't overuse your tape. There's no need to take a long strip and wrap it all around. You just need to get this part, like that. All right, and now we're gonna do this one. Just like this, down. So now we've got our sides nice and secure. It's not gonna get damaged on the sides. Now, we've got this side though. We don't want the comic books falling through this way. Even though the sides are secure, we've got to protect this part as well. So, piece of tape right in the middle, goes over, and I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it here. Gonna put it here. And we got one more to do. Right here. All right, so now we are set. These are nice, these are good and ready to go. You can see they're nice, strong, and secure. I can shake it all around as hard as I can. These things are not moving in here. You could hit it, you could bang it, you could drop it, you could throw it around like it's you're making pizza. It doesn't matter. These are not going to get damaged, okay? So, you take it, you put it right in a 9x12 envelope. If you were selling bigger comic books, larger comic books, like Treasury Edition comic books, you just want to do the same process that I showed you here, just you have to cut out a bigger piece of cardboard and use a bigger envelope. But this is a standard 9x12 envelope. I'm going to put it in here, okay? It just slides right in, just like that, okay? Take your sealant off, your sealant sticker, and we're just gonna overlap it nice and tight, okay? Just like that. Get that nice and sealed. And gonna just take another piece of tape here just to secure it on here. Okay? And sometimes this little edge part is popping up. So I'll just take a little piece of tape sometimes, not all the time, just stick it down so it's on there more securely. And I'll do that on the other side as well. Put one right here. Okay, now we're not done yet. What I like to do is take a nice piece of tape here, just line it up right on the top, just press it around real nice, pull it right over like this. There you go. Nice and tight, nice and snug. We'll do it on the other side as well. Even though it's already sealed, I think it just gives a nice added extra layer of security. You're all set. And depending on how perfectionist you want to be, you know, I like to have these flaps down because I don't want to run the chance that anything's going to rip when it's sent out. So for a situation like that, and this doesn't always happen, but sometimes it will, I'll take that flap, I'll put it down like this, I'll lay the piece of tape here like that, and I'll just wrap it right around like that. So now that flap's not going to come out anymore. And you can see we got the same thing over here with this little flap sticking out. So we'll just press it down, get another little piece of tape, put it right there, and we are all set, and this baby is ready to go out. All I have to do is print out my shipping label, stick it right here in the center, and the other step I'm going to tell you to write on it is make sure right here and on the other side you write in big letters and marker, do not bend. That's important for when the postal carrier gets it and they bring it over to the destination, that they don't try to bend it when they try to put it in a mailbox or a P.O. box or anything like that. Now, it's really not going to bend, but at least if you write that on there, it still will provide an extra level of safety in case you have a rogue postal carrier who's trying to do something ridiculous with the item and tries to forcefully bend it or something. But I fortunately had very, very good success with using this method, and I think you will too. Try it out. If you like this video, if you like the suggestions, please make sure you destroy that like button down below. Make sure you click to subscribe. Give me a big thumbs up. Drop a comment down below if you like this, and come back for the next video and check out some of the other ones we got, all right? Thanks, everybody. See you again soon.